Hey guys, Grant Broggi here from the Strength Co. And today I want to talk about something that might actually surprise you. Kettlebells. That's right, a starting strength coach talking about kettlebells. Are they useful? Are they pointless? Are they nothing but a doorstop? If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Let's talk. Let me start out by saying this. If you have never spent time in the gym with a barbell, learning how to squat, press, bench press, and deadlift, and adding a little bit of weight each time, this isn't for you. The best thing you could do is get under the bar, learn how to do those movements, and then execute them and add weight. However, if you have already built up a base of strength, and maybe you want to burn some fat, or maybe you want to lean out, or maybe you want to get your conditioning better, this is a great workout and something that you can add in on top of your strength training foundation to bring up your metabolic conditioning and hopefully burn some fat. I've been training the starting strength methodology for about 10 years now. I started out while I was in college, and then I continued to do it in the Marine Corps, and it's allowed me to build a strong strength base, put on muscle and size, and if it's done correctly, it can be very good for that. However, during my training from time to time, I find that I want to be a little bit leaner or be able to run a little bit faster, or be able to run at all, right? In the Marine Corps, I had a 3-mile PFT that I had to do, and so I needed to be able to get my conditioning up so that I could do that, be competitive for promotion, and all those sorts of things. This July 17th, 2022, I got married to my wife, Deanna, who's also a weightlifter. And leading up to the wedding, I kind of wanted to get, a little bit more lean, a little bit more shredded. And so leading up to it, I said, hey, let's do a workout together that I did back when I was in the Marine Corps. It's a 10,000 kettlebell swing challenge. She thought I was a little bit crazy, but said, hey, let's go for it. So let's take a look at the workout plan. I originally did this back in 2010 when I found it online. So this was originally a T-Nation article, I think from 2010, 2011. It looks like they've redone it just in this year, June 4th, but by Dan John, a very popular kettlebell guy. And basically here, it's just a kettlebell workout challenge, and it's 10,000 swings in a month. And the way he breaks it up is into each workout is 500 swings. So you do 500 one day, you do 500 the next day, then you have an off day, and then you do it 3 days in a row. And then you have an off day, you go for 4 weeks. It all adds up to 10,000. You do 10,000 swings in the course of a month. Before we get into the progress I made with physical adaptations and metabolic conditioning adaptations, let's talk about how to do the programs itself, because walking out and doing 500 swings, well, if you've ever done a kettlebell swing, probably sounds pretty difficult, and it would be. So on the way he sets it up is that you have 10 reps for set 1, then 15 reps for set 2, 25 reps for set 3, and then 50 reps for set 4. And then he says you rest 32 seconds to a minute between each set. The way I did it was I rested the amount of time that the reps were. So I did 10 reps, I rested 10 seconds. I did 15 reps, I rested 15 seconds. I did 25 reps, I rested 25 seconds. And then I did 50 reps. That's 100 reps total. That's what he calls a cluster. Then you repeat that 4 more times. In between each cluster, you rest 2 to 3 minutes, enough to bring your heart rate back down so that you can attack the next cluster hard and vigorously. I'm not going to teach you how to do kettlebell swings today. If you can't figure it out by all of these repetitions happening on the screen, I don't know what to tell you. It's not that difficult. So we've gone over the rep scheme. Let's talk about how that actually plays out. So here you have me in June of this year. I've been training 3 times a week forever. I never miss a workout. And I decided I want to do some metabolic conditioning. Usually I do 1 session a week, some type of hour-long hike or something, but very rarely do I do HIIT or incorporate it into my training. So let's look at what the very first workout looked like. So if you look here on June 16th, I went to do it for the very first time, and I was using a 24 kilogram kettlebell. 20 sets, I was just using my Garmin watch to track in my split times, and it was 50 minutes. It took me 50 minutes to do the 500 swings with the 24 kilogram kettlebell. Average heart rate was 136 and max was 172, calories, whatever. Day 2, I attack it again, and you'll see right away I shaved off 8 minutes. There's a big mental capacity or a big mental aspect to doing this workout. When you first grab that kettlebell and you do 10 swings, you're like, oh, this is easy. Then you do 15, oh, this is easy. Then you do 25 and you're completely gassed. And then when I first started, my sets of 50 were not sets of 50. It was 10, rest 5, 10 seconds, 10, rest 5, 10 seconds. I had to break them up in order to get through them. But even from workout 1 to 2, I started mentally coming to grips with, hey, I can do this, I can get this done, I've done this before, and kind of getting into a rhythm. So then as we proceed here, you see June 19th down to 42 minutes, and you can see that the times are going down, average heart rate is going down overall, and I'm getting this thing done quicker with the same size kettlebell. Now, as soon as I got to 30 minutes, I went up one size. I went from a 24 kilogram to a 28 kilogram because I wanted to keep at least 30 plus minutes of work with increased heart rate. So then when I went to 28, my time spiked. Somehow the next, after the day off, I did it in 31 minutes, so not that much difference. But then you saw it spike up to 34 minutes, 32 minutes, 31, and then I got it down into the 30s again, and I went from a 28 to a 32. As I went up to the 32, you see the time increases again. 36 minutes, 35 minutes, 29 minutes. Okay, now here I am at 29 minutes with a 32 kilogram kettlebell, just 3 weeks in to this program. So remember, strength is slow to acquire, but slow to lose. I've been barbell training for 10 years and I'm just now, hitting some PRs. Maybe I hit one every year. It takes a long time to get stronger. However, if something happens and I can't train for 3 or 4 months, my 535 pound deadlift's not just gonna obliterate and disappear. No, you're gonna maintain your strength. It's slow to acquire, it's slow to lose. Conditioning's the opposite. Here you go, in 3 weeks, I'm able to add kilograms to the bell, make it much heavier, and cut the time almost in half. So remember, if you have a foundation of strength, you can quickly get into shape, lean out, get your metabolic conditioning up with an intelligent workout design. Does it have to be kettlebells? No. I like kettlebells because they can be in my backyard. They're simple, easy, and I really hate running. So you'll see with that 32 kilogram kettlebell, I was able to get my time down into the 20s consistently. And I did a few workouts there because I didn't have a 36 kilogram kettlebell yet. But when it came in, I did the last 3 workouts with it, and it was very challenging. I was able to pull off 34, 32, and then my last one, I actually kind of crapped the bed a little bit. I was just totally fatigued, wasn't sleeping a lot, prepping for the wedding, all that kind of stuff. But I got it done. 10,000 swings in 4 weeks, going from a 24 kilogram kettlebell all the way up to a 36 kilogram kettlebell. Takeaways. 1, this is just a tool for your toolbox of a way to get some conditioning. Strength should be the priority, but this is something that you can do. Okay, so that's the workout. 500 swings, 5 days a week, for 4 weeks, get to 10,000. If the workout gets under 30 minutes, then go up in a kettlebell size. The rep scheme is 10, 15, 25, 50, then rest, repeat 4 more times. Pretty simple. Some things you'll need. Obviously, the kettlebell. This is from Golden's Cast Iron out of Columbus, Georgia. Good friends of ours at the Strength Co. They ship for us, we ship for them to keep shipping costs down. Second thing is chalk. You're gonna get really sweaty, particularly in your hands, and if your hands start slipping along the kettlebell handle, you'll blister and you won't be able to do the workout because your hands are gonna be shredded. Even if your posterior chain and your lung capacity is firing, if the hands can't hold on to the bell, you're gonna have a hard time. Lastly, some athletic tape. I found this really useful. I sweat a lot more than the average person, so I wrapped 2 fingers that were getting blistered in the tape for each workout, and I was totally and completely fine. If you've never gotten under the barbell and trained for strength and got your strength foundation built, don't worry about this thing. Go get under the bar. But if you have, and you're a little fluffy, and your metabolic conditioning sucks, and you're out of breath from walking out the stairs, this might be a good thing to add in. And over the last month, 6 weeks, 2 months tomorrow, since I've been married, I've been doing this once a week on top of my strength training. So that's the program, and maybe you want to run it. If you're going to run it and you already have that strength foundation built, don't throw out all your strength training. You can still keep them, just manage your expectations, bring them down a little bit, that you probably can't tolerate as much volume and as many sets in a given week just because your low back's going to be kind of tired. Here's how I set it up. So if you look at the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we split up the days that we're gonna swing on. So for me, I swung Monday, and then Tuesday, and then rest, and then swing, 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 and Sundays were off. That was the 4-week cycle that I did. So now I have to decide, when am I gonna pair in my lifting? So I did a squat workout here, that was 3 by 5. And that was simply as heavy as I could that I could tolerate, and I did it earlier in the day before the kettlebell workout. Then on Tuesday, I did a press workout overhead, 5x5, and I did that again before the kettlebell workout. Wednesday, I rested my lifts, and then Thursday, I did deadlifts for 2 sets of 5, and Friday, I did bench press for 5 sets of 5, and Saturday, if I felt like it, I'd work in some chin-ups, and some other things, dips, stuff like that. So that's a really basic construct. And yeah, you're gonna go up over the course of 4 weeks, but the important thing is that you're going in, getting under some load, and keeping your strength levels up along with as you're increasing your metabolic conditioning. And you'll actually find that in heavy sets of deadlifts and squats, when your heart rate is staying a lot lower, you're able to do more strength-wise. So there's benefits on both spectrums. It's something you should definitely do. Don't just be a fat powerlifter sitting in the weight room all year round. Challenge yourself mentally and physically. Get your conditioning right, lose a little weight, you'll look better, you'll feel better. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.